Hello student, let us start the next topic of the decimals, that is multiplication of the decimals related to exercise 2.6. Alright, let us start with few questions related to decimals multiplication. Alright, the first question is 0.2 multiplied with 6. In first question, the decimal number is multiplied with the whole number. Second question, 2 multiplied with 0.86. Here the whole number is multiplied with the decimal numbers. But in these two questions, the positions of the whole numbers are changed. Here the whole number is at the second position, but in second question the whole number is at the first position. Alright, next question is 2.5 multiplied with 0.3. In this case, both the decimal numbers we have to multiply. Similarly, in the fourth question, 11.2 multiplied with 0.15. In this case also, both the decimal numbers we have to multiply. Next, 36.8 multiplied with 10. Now these two questions, question number 5 and 6, related to the multiplication of the decimal number with 10 or 100 or 1000 and so on. Now let us start the basic concept of the rational decimal numbers. First of all, when we have to multiply any decimal number with the whole number, or with the decimal numbers, or the decimal number with the 10 or the 100. The basic concept is we have to change the decimal numbers into fractional numbers. As I told you yesterday, how we can change the decimal number into fractional number. First question, 0.2 multiplied with 6. What we have to do? First of all, change this decimal number into fractional number. How we can change? As I told you yesterday, in place of decimal, we have to put 1. And after decimal, how many digits? You have to count the digit. As there is only one digit after decimal, so you have to put 1 0 in the denominator. So instead of 0.2, we can write 2 divided by 10. This is the decimal form of the number, and fractional form is 2 divided by 10, in which 2 is in the numerator and 10 in the denominator. Alright, first we have to change the decimal number into a fractional number. Similarly, next number is the whole number. We have also changed this whole number into fractional number by dividing this number by 1. So we can also write as 1 is the multiplicative and divisible identity. So we can write 6 by 1 in place of 6. Now up to this process, we have changed decimal number into fractional number and whole number also into fractional number. Now you know very well about the fractional number, how the fractional numbers are multiplied. When we want to multiply two fractional number, we have to multiply both the numerators and both the denominator with each other. That is, 2 is multiplied with 6 and result is 12. Next, 10 is multiplied with 1 and result is 10. So when we multiply two fractional numbers, the numerators are multiplied and the denominators are multiplied. We get a new fractional number, that is 12 divided by 10. Now, but answer is not given in the form of the fractional number. This is the only process used to multiply two numbers in which one is decimal and second is whole number. You must give all the answer in the decimal form. Now change again this fractional number into decimal number. And how we can change? You have to count the 0 in the denominator and leave the digits from the right hand side. Count from right hand side. There is only 1 0 in the denominator. So count from right hand side, only you have to leave 2 and place a decimal between 1 and 2. Alright, so result is 1.2. So when we multiply 0.2 with 6, the result is 1.2. So what is the process we have to use? You have to change first of all into fractional form. Both the number must be changed in the fractional form. Then multiply and the result is again converted into decimal form. In the similar way, next question is 2 multiplied with 0.86. Now 2 is a whole number decimal number, we have to write the 0 in front of decimal just to highlight the decimal. This 0 does not affect the value of 0.86. So what is the first process? First of all, we have to change this decimal's numbers or the whole number into fractional number. So 2 can be written as 2 divided by 1 multiplied with 0.86 can be written as 86 divided by 100. Why 100? Because after decimal there are 2 digits. We have to place 2 zeros in the denominator. Alright, in place of decimal we have to put 1. So 86 is divided by 100 in the fractional form. Now both the terms are converted into fractions. So how the fractional numbers are multiplied? Numerator with numerator and denominator with denominator. So 2 is multiplied with 86 and 1 is multiplied with 100. What is the result? 172 divided by 100. And where the decimal we have to place? Because in the answer we have to change the fractional number into again decimals number. Now there are 2 zeros in the denominator. So we have to leave 2 digits counting from right hand side. 1 and 2. Count from right hand side, move towards left. Count 2 digit. After 2 digit you have to put decimal. Alright. So result is 1.72. So the result of multiplication of 2 multiplied with 0.86 is 1.72. Now third question is when we multiply two decimal numbers, how we can multiply? Actually the process is similar for all the questions, but you have to understand how the two decimal numbers are multiplied. Now first decimal number is 2.5. Change this decimal number into fractional form, and its fractional form is 25 divided by 10. Because after decimal there is only one digit, that's why it is divided by 10. You have to remove the decimal and then you have to write the denominator in the form of 10 or 100 and so on. Similarly, 0.3 convert into fractional form by 3 divided by 10. As I told you, the 0 before the decimal does not affect the value of 3. So 0.3 must be written as 3 divided by 10, not 0.3 divided by 10. Because 0 does not affect any digit when it placed in the front of the digit or in front of the decimal even. Alright, so 0.3 can be written as 3 divided by 10. 2.5 can be written as 25 divided by 10. Now, two fractional numbers are there. We have to multiply these two fractional numbers similarly as we have done in these three questions. The numerator is multiplied with numerator and denominator with the denominator. 25 multiplied with 3 we get 75. And when 10 is multiplied with 10, what we get? We get 100. Now in these two questions, denominators are 10 multiplied with 1, we get 10. The same number, 1 multiplied with 100, 100. We get the same. But here the digits are changed for the answer. In these two fractional numbers, the denominator are 10 and 10. But when we multiply these two denominator, now the result of the denominator, result of the these two multiplication of the fractional number, 75 divided by 100. Now 100 means 2 zeros are there. Alright, so we have to count 2 digits from right hand side, 1 and 2, and put a decimal. Again I have placed a 0 before the decimal just to highlight the decimal. This does not affect the 0.75. You can also write 0.75 is your answer. Alright, I thought you very well understand how we can multiply a decimal number with the whole number or the decimal numbers with the decimal number. Process is similar. You have to convert into fractional form, then multiply two fractional numbers, then again convert the resultant fractional number into decimal number. Question number 4. 11.2 multiplied with 0.15. First of all, what is the first process? As you have seen in these three questions, change into fractional form. 11.2 can be written as 112 divided by 10. Because after decimal there is only one digit. That's why we write 10 in the denominator. Now in point 15 there are 2 digits after decimal. So you have to write 15 divided by 100. So 112 by 10 multiplied with 15 by 100. So when we multiply two fractional numbers, numerators are multiplied. 112 multiplied with 15. What we get? 1680. And what about the denominator? When 10 is multiplied with 100, 1, 2, 3. Now 3 zeros in the result, that is 1000. Alright, 1680 now divided by 1000. How many digits in this 1000? 3. So you have to leave 3 digits counting from right hand side and put a decimal. That is 1.680 is your answer. Next question. 36.8 multiplied with 10. Alright, now first process you have to change both the numbers into fractional form. So we get 368 divided by 10, because after decimal there is only one digit. That's why in the denominator we have 10, and multiplied with 10. 10 must be changed into fractional form by 10 by 1, as 10 is also a whole number. Now here we have two methods to solve this question. Let us see first method. In first method you have to use the same process, that numerators are multiplied and the denominators are multiplied. When we multiply two numerators, we get the result is 368 multiplied with 10, we get 3680. Alright, in the denominator 10 is multiplied with 1, result is 10. Now as there is only one zero in the denominator, so you have to leave one digit counting from right hand side, and that is 0, and place a decimal. So we get result is 368.0, and after decimal, 0 does not affect on the number. We can also write 368 in place of 368.0. Now let us see one more method, which is the easiest one method to solve the such kind of decimal numbers, in which 10 or 100 is multiplied. Now when a decimal number 36.8 is multiplied with the 10, change this decimal number into fractional form. 368 divided by 10 multiplied with 10 by 1. These two steps are similar. Now here 10 in the numerator and 10 in the denominator. Alright, we can cancel out these two same numbers directly. At this place, there is no need to further multiplication. Directly cancel out if they are similar numbers, like both are 100 or both are 10. We can cancel out these numbers, and result is 368 divided by 1, or 368 is the directly answer. So when we multiply any decimal number with the 10 or 100, actually what happened, decimal moved towards right hand side step by step, and the result is 368. Now come towards next question. 43.07 multiplied with 100. This is a similar case as in this question. When 43.07 multiplied with the 100, first step we have to change the given decimal number into fractional number. And when we change this number into fractional number, there are two digits after decimal. So we have to write 100 in the denominator. So result is 4307 divided by 100. And 100 is a whole number. We can change this in the fractional form by 100 by 1. Now you can see the second method, as I told you. 100 can be cancelled out with 100, because 100 in the numerator and 100 in the denominator. You can directly cancel out these two numbers, and result is 4307. Alright, so these are the method to solve the decimal multiplication of the decimal. Multiplication of the decimal with the whole numbers, or multiplication of the decimal with round off numbers, that is 10 with 100, or multiplication of the decimal with decimal. Now let us take few more questions related to this multiplication of the decimal, but these questions are statement based question of exercise 2.6. First question. Find the area of rectangle whose length is 5.7 centimeter and breadth is 3 centimeter. What you have to find out? You must remember the some formulas of area and perimeter which you have already done in previous classes. So here the find the area of the rectangle. What is area of the rectangle? That is length into breadth. So you must remember the formula of area, perimeter of square and rectangle as well. Now the area of rectangle is length into breadth, that is L into B, whose length, find the area of the rectangle whose length is 5.7 centimeter and breadth is 3 centimeters. Alright, both, first of all you must check when you do such kind of question, the units of both the numbers, both the values, that is length and breadth, must be same. Length is in centimeter, breadth also must be in centimeters. So area of rectangle is L into B, where L is equal to 5.7 centimeter in decimals given and breadth is equal to 3 centimeter. These two numbers are given. Now area of the rectangle, put the value of L and B in the given formula which you know very well. Area of the rectangle is L into B, so we have to multiply 5.7 with 3. You must understand that when you multiply any two quantities, unit must not be written in this multiplication. Unit must be written separately after answer, not at the time of the multiplication. So you are not going to write 5.7 centimeter multiplied with 3 centimeter. No, you must write 5.7 multiplied with 3. After solving, after getting the answer, you write the units. Now how we can multiply a decimal number with the whole number? As I told you in previous examples, change the decimal number into fractional form. So 5.7 can be written as 57 divided by 10, because after decimal there is only one digit. So we have to put 1 0 in the denominator and 1 in the place of the decimal. So we get 10. And this whole number must be changed into fractional number by 3 divided by 1. So when two fractional numbers are multiplied, numerator is multiplied with the numerator. When 57 is multiplied with 3, we get 171 divided by 10 multiplied with 1, we get 10. Alright, so when 171 divided by 10, what is the result in decimal form? There is only 1 0. So counting from right hand side, answer is 17.1 centimeter square, or you can write square centimeter, because area always written in the form of centimeter square. So units must be correct. When you solve such kind of questions, unit must be correct. Alright, so applications of the multiplication of decimal are, these are the actually applications. Applications mean we can apply the multiplication of decimals for finding the area of some quantities, area of rectangle, of area of square. So finding out the area, the multiplication of decimal process is used. This is called the applications of the decimals. Next question of the similar exercise. A two-wheeler cover a distance of 55.3 kilometer in 1 liter of petrol. What does it mean? एक टू व्हीलर जो है 1 लीटर ऑफ पेट्रोल में हाउ मच डिस्टेंस कवर करता है? 55.3 kilometers. Now the quantity, the distance is given in the form of the decimals. Now the next question is, how much distance will it cover in 10 liter of petrol? Now you have to find out the distance covered by the two-wheeler by using 10 liter of petrol. Now the statement you have to use, start from the first line. The distance covered in 1 liter of petrol using 1 liter of petrol is 55.3 kilometers. Alright, this is the first statement. It is given that in 1 liter of petrol, the two-wheeler cover 55.3 kilometer distance. Now, the distance covered in 10 liter of petrol, it is obvious when the petrol is greater, then distance cover is greater. To finding out any value which is greater than the previous one, you have to multiply. As I told you in the fractional numbers, when the quantities are greater, so you have to multiply the quantities. So distance cover in 1 liter of petrol is equal to 55.3 and distance cover in 10 liter of petrol is greater than previous one. So you have to multiply. So 55.3 is multiplied with 10. And how we can multiply a decimal number with the whole number? Change the decimal number into fractional number first of all. So we get 553 divided by 10 multiplied with 10 by 1, that is a whole number. Change into fractional. As I told you in this question also, now 10 can be cancelled out by 10 because 10 in the numerator and 10 in the denominator. So we get the direct result. 553 kilometer distance is covered using 10 liter of petrol. I thought students you very well understand such kind of questions in which the multiplication of decimal is used. These are called applications of the multiplication of the decimals. So you have to complete 2.5 and 2.6 exercise in the next 3 days.